Hey everybody, welcome into the Delmarva Sports Insider, your live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports. I'm Sports Director Brandon Bossert. Devin has the night off. 47 ABC sports reporter Cole Howard will be with us shortly. What a week it was. Decatur with a huge upset. The Tribe found their new football head coach. Seaford's offense reaching new heights. The Birds in the Super Bowl. We'll get to all of it in the next 35 minutes. We start tonight with a battle in the Henlopen North, though, that came down to the final seconds. Caesar Rodney were on the road tonight against the Golden Knights at Sussex Central. Let's get right into the action now. It was smooth sailing early on for Central. Jameel Watson dishing to Garrett Statler. Statler in rhythm for two. It was 13-4 Central after one. Jace Peting driving, bounce pass, finds Kyle Custis. Custis goes up strong and puts that one in off the glass. Caesar Rodney keeps up the fight, though. Shot doesn't fall, but Steven Smith with the offensive board and the putback and one. Gets three the hard way. The Riders continuing to chip away at that lead. Alexander Dowdy brings it up with time winding down. Pull up tray. It's good. The buzzer sounds and the Riders just hanging around with Central. They could never put them away. Caesar Rodney finally grabs the lead for the first time. Adam Bailey fake drive and the mid-range jumper. He connects. Riders are fired up after that shot. Just mere seconds left in this one. Tied at 44. Shot no good. Isaiah Alston gets the board. Putback is good. Plus the foul. 3 seconds left in the game. Riders up 46-44. Alston would go on to make the free throw, and that would ice the game as the Riders mount the comeback win over Central. 47-44 the final score. We spoke with Alston after the game, after that game-winning shot, and how huge this win was for his squad.
I was just trying to take my time. I knew I just had to make the free throw, and I knew it was cash when it went in. I was just saying I had to make it, and that's it. Had to make it. So never give up.
Never give up?
That's it.
Like Randy Moss, straight cash, homie. That's right. He put it in with 3 seconds to go. That was great. Moving on to the South now. Laurel continuing to roll this week. First, they recovered nicely from that loss to Caravel last weekend. They downed Delmarva by 29 on the road. They returned home to play Lake Forest as the Spartans were a strong 10-6 entering this matchup. They kept it within single digits late in the fourth quarter, but Bulldogs with too much firepower, including that man right there, number 12, Corey Mumford, Dontarius Jones, number 12 there, Khalid Burton. Coaches have been raving about that freshman for the Bulldogs. Laurel takes both games this week. They are 13-4, and they will finish the season on the 21st at Seaford. Can't wait for that matchup. Now to some final scores from earlier in the week. Cape Henlopen comes up just short against Polytech, but an impressive effort there as Polytech's been the best team in the North all season so far. Drew Zimmerman had 30 for the Vikings. How about this? Seaford dropping 112 points on Delmar. Mikkel Hubbard with 41 points, and he had a double-double. He had 11 steals on the night. Brent Ricketts dropping 31 points, and he also had 6 swipes. That moves Seaford's record to 15-1. And finally, Smyrna getting the victory over Sussex Tech by 6. Now we move over to the Bayside. Our top story this week, the Y-High Tribe undefeated no more. Let's bring in 47 ABC sports reporter and photog Cole Howard. Cole, let's talk about those Bayside highlights now.
Yeah, Brandon, thank you. And I don't know if many people saw this one coming.
No.
So let's just go ahead and jump out to the Hawks.
No, not at all.
Y-High, they did hold a slim lead at halftime. And once again, it was the big man himself, Antoine Wilson, top player in the conference. He's looking to keep his team above water. But Decatur, they have finally gotten healthy in this last month. They've gotten their basketball legs under them. They finally got past all those injuries, and they were ready for this big game on Wednesday. Now, this game would go back and forth in the second half, both teams just trading blows. And it was the Decatur defense that got the job done late in this game to seal the win. The Seahawks would knock down their free throws, ice moments in the final moments of this game, and Decatur would celebrate a huge upset victory. They're the only team, and I repeat, the only team to knock off the Tribe this season. Huge accomplishment. So let's hear from the kids from Berlin after this one.
We were just continuing to move the ball. I mean, our ball movement was very good in the first and second half. I think it's just first half we had a couple bad passes, but second half we really cleaned up on that, and all of our passes were crisp and everything, and we got guys open, and they were making everybody was making their shots. So when everyone makes their shots, it's hard to complain. It lets everybody know that we may not have been fully healthy at the beginning, but we're getting better every day, and we're a team to watch out for.
It's always fun watching those two teams go head-to-head, and what a huge win for Decatur that was. Now we move north to Colonel Richardson versus Kent County. Hudson Post pulls up from long range, and he connects for the tray ball. Colonel on the attack on this next play is Devin Wise, dishes low to Manny Wallace, and he gets the easy bucket down low. Another fantastic game this week as we saw a lot of them. Now Kent County, they came on to play on the road as Jonah Somerville. Brings it up court, and he pulls up for the three, and down it goes. And more from Somerville. Good two-way player for the Trojans. He gets the steal on the fast break, and he's not going for two. He's pulling for three, and he puts it through. And beautiful shot. Fast break three is good for the Trojans. Now this one came down to the end, but Colonel Richardson takes it by 2. Final score. Moving over to North Carolina versus CSD, Cambridge South Dorchester. Colby Ennis on the move, and he finds Anthony Hughes, and Hughes gets the easy fast break 2 to fall. Beautiful move to the bucket. Now on the other end, the Bulldogs, they're going to look to find something, and they do. They find Miles Adams in the corner, and he is going to pull up, and he buries a beautiful three-point shot. Now, however, the Bulldogs would not be able to contain this Vikings player right here, Jazeer Smith. He takes over in the second half, gets the steal in the bucket, and it goes through. North Carolina, they're looking for a way to contain Smith, but nothing they tried would work. Jazeer with the ball, and he passes ahead. And there it goes. Hughes from downtown again. He connects. CSD on a roll, and that was the story in the second half. Careless turnovers and missed rebounds. They would spell doom for the Bulldogs as CSD takes care of business in this one on the road as they pick up the win in a final score of 71-57. Now check out this. This is a wild finish to this. It was Pocomoke versus Kent Island. Tied at 52, 4 seconds left to go, and Adrian Marshall with the circus shot, and he banks it home for the win. And that is how this one ends. A beautiful, crazy shot is Pocomoke takes
crazy play down there.
Amazing finish. I love last-second shots. Like, just look at that. Beautiful.
And you got to wonder what's up with Kent Island, too, this year.
And he runs into the bleachers.
Another loss for them.
It's a heartbreaking loss for the Bucks on that one, but beautiful ending for the Warriors. Beautiful. And we got a few more scores to get to this week from the Bayside. Snow Hill with a nail-biter win over North Dorchester. In Parkside, they take it over North Carolina last night by 5. In Queen Anne's, they absolutely throttled the Jaguars 92-63. In Y-High, they get back in the win column after that loss to Decatur as they get the win over Kent County in a huge score of 97-41.
Yeah, it's a good rebound game.
So, Brandon, what stood out to you?
Well, Cole, you got to say that Decatur team is what we thought they were at the beginning of this season. I don't put much stock in that first month of the season. Once you saw David Chandler, tribe-wise, come back, we truly got a sense of who this team really is. And, of course, they won't be competing with Y-High or Queen Anne's in the 2A playoffs, but they can definitely make noise in that 3A, and who knows who will win that rubber match between Bennett and Decatur in the playoffs if that does come about. But I do know that the postseason is going to be a lot of fun this year in the Bayside. Yeah, the Bayside playoffs are going to be insane, to say the least, and I'm looking forward to every single one of them. And to me, the team that is standing out is not Y-High, it's not Queen Anne's, but it is Decatur. That is the team that's standing out right now. They started off the season slow, but that was due to the injuries. That wasn't because they were just bad basketball players, but they're healthy now. And that win over Y-High was a giant message to the rest of the Bayside, and they're saying, look, we aren't the same team from the early half of the season. We're just not. We're different, and we can take anybody down, including the undefeated Tribe. Yeah, they've got a great starting 5. That core 4 between Coleman and Tribe Wise and David Chandler. Yeah. I mean, they've got an impressive group there. Thank you very much, Cole. Thank you for having me. Cole Howard, 47 ABC sports reporter, making his DSI comeback. All right, we move now to wrestling, where Decatur is moving on to the Final Four for the 4th straight season. They took the regional final last night against their top rival, Parkside, in the regional final. Decatur in full control early in Berlin. Parker Intrieri with the toss, stopping the escape there, takes it by decision. Next up is Nate McDaniel. He had his man in the half Nelson, and he was not letting go, locking in for the pin. And at that point, Decatur held a 34-11 lead, and they never looked back. Later, it's Cole Kohut with the reversal. He's going to take this one with a pin, and the Seahawks go on to roll 46-23 in the regional final. They now move on to play in the state semifinals, looking for a 4th straight state title. Let's hear now from the champs.
You lose 2 state champ level guys that are going to college in wrestling, and I think some people expected us to be down a little bit, and the seniors and the juniors on the team took it upon themselves to, show that we're still at that level.
I mean, we're going to scout out the teams we'll have to wrestle. Coach will do a good job of that. We just have to wrestle hard and with heart.
No, we just got to go out there and wrestle. We practice, we got to get to our positions, we got to score.
All right, so now Decatur will compete in the state semifinals in the 2A tomorrow afternoon in Waldorf. The Seahawks squaring off with the Middletown Knights at noon in the semifinals. And if they're able to move on, the finals are scheduled for 4 o'clock. That'll do it for the A block. We're taking our first time out tonight. Why High Football has found their new team leader. That and more coming up next on the Delmarva Sports Insider.
My name is Tyler Reddick, I'm here from Snow Hill Basketball, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.